Myself, Mrs. Nympha Mascarenhas, your biology lecturer. So as you all know, okay, we have looked into previous videos of chapter 1 and chapter 2, right? So now we are dealing with chapter 3. That is about plant kingdom, okay? So last class or the previous video, we have studied about what are plants, okay? How do we classify plants? So on the basis of classification, we have artificial system, natural system, okay? These are the basis of classification for plant kingdom, okay? Apart from that, we also looked into phylogenetic classification, okay? That is phylogenetic taxonomy, numerical taxonomy, okay, chemotaxonomy, cytotaxonomy. So all these are different modes of classification for plant kingdom, okay. So now coming back to the first division of kingdom Plantae, okay. As we all know, there are 5 divisions of kingdom Plantae. Those are division Algae, division Bryophyta, division Pteridophyta, division Gymnosperms and division Angiosperms. Before this, we have looked into a flow chart which states about 2 different groups of kingdom Plantae. Okay, overall, all the plants in this entire universe are divided into 2 groups. Okay, I will write down over here. Okay, 2 groups, and those are cryptogams. Cryptogame and Phanerogame. Okay, Cryptogame and Phanerogame are the 2 groups of kingdom Plantae, wherein Cryptogame is the one wherein we say that these are the one in which hidden marriages takes place. Okay, whereas Phanerogams are the one in which open marriages takes place. Over here, marriage in case of plant kingdom is nothing but the influence of the flower, the influence of the seed. Okay, wherever we see occurrence of flower or occurrence of seed, we say that reproduction is taking place, right? So these are visible to our naked eyes, and all those plants which have fluorescence, okay, which have reproduction through flowering or through seed formation, those all fall into Phanerogame. Okay, here cone plants also come which belong to Gymnosperms. Whereas the rest of the plants which do not show any such flowering, okay, any such formation of seeds or any such formation of the cones, but reproduction still takes place. Okay, therein we see hidden reproduction in the formation of spores. Okay, and those are hidden beside or below the leaf which you see. Okay, this is a leaf, and below this leaf in a hidden place we see there is spore formation. Okay, all the plants who shows spore formation, they all belongs to Cryptogame. And in Cryptogame we have 3 divisions. Okay, that is Algae, okay, Algae, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Whereas in case of Phanerogame we have Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. But for now time being, for your current PUC syllabus, you have division of Angiosperms. Okay, lucky people, you have to only remember about 4 different divisions of plant kingdom, that is Algae or Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and Gymnosperms. Okay, so these are the concepts which I have created the last class. So now we'll move to the further division. Okay, that is the first division of kingdom Plantae called as Thallophyta, or as commonly these can be called as division Algae. Okay, so Algae are the one which have broken down all the stereotypes which belong to plants. Okay, so basically whenever we imagine plants, okay, now yavaglu plants and imagine madidre, obviously what comes to our mind? There are roots, there are stems, there are leaves, there are certain branches, there is a flower, there is a bud. So all this imagination come to our mind. Okay, and these all imagination stereotypes are totally broken down by division Algae. Okay, this division is also called as Thallophyta because there is no such root, there is no such stem, there is no such leaves. Okay, only we see a prominent structure called as thallus, and that's why these are called as Thallophyta or as division algae. Is it clear? So in case of division algae, we see the reproduction takes place by thallus formation. Thallus is nothing but the plant structure belonging to algae, which do not have any prominent root, stem, shoot, leaf, anything. It doesn't contain all these structures. Okay, so if a plant contains all this structure, we call it as a prominent plant. But here, if a plant lacks all this structure, we call it as a thalloid plant or thallus plant. Okay, so here you can see that when you come back to the basic characters of division algae, we can see that these are obviously chlorophyll bearing. Okay, because they belong to the kingdom Plantae. That's why they have chlorophyll in them. And then these are simple. Okay, simple because they do not have complex structure like root, stem, leaf, branches, okay, flower, bud. They do not have all these typical structures. Instead, they have a simple structure which is called thallus. That's why they are simple plants. Okay, and then these are thalloid. Okay, the plant structure itself is called as thallus. Okay, singular. Then in plural, we can call it as thalloid. Okay, and these are autotrophic. They synthesize their own food. Okay, this is the basic thing of all the plants except heterotrophic plants. Okay, heterotrophic plants, you all know which are those plants. And then these are totally aquatic organisms. Sorry. So these are totally aquatic plants. They are found abundant in either marine water or else in fresh water. They are found in both the water habitat. Marine water agli, fresh water agli, you see occurrence of algae over there. Okay, and also they grow in moist environments such as the stones where there is always water. Okay, they are also found in case of moist environment like such stones agli. Okay, certain other elements. Okay, buildings agli. If that is in total contact with water, algae tries to grow over there. Okay, and here they contain chlorophyll A. Okay, as I told you, there are different forms of chlorophyll A, B, C and D. Okay, these are the 4 forms of chlorophyll, wherein algae in the vast majority consist of chlorophyll A, okay, carotenes and xanthophylls. Okay, these are the pigments which are present in case of algae. Okay, chlorophyll is vast. And then you also see carotenes. Okay, this is also a pigment, and xanthophyll is also a pigment. So that's why you see basically in the vast majority 3 pigments, that is chlorophyll A, carotene and xanthophylls. Okay, later on we will look into which are different pigments present in case of different classes of division Thallophyta. Okay, so now next is mainly classified on the basis of pigments. Okay, so they have certain pigments. Okay, pigments are nothing but these are coloring agents. Okay, we have melanin pigment. That's why we have brown, somewhat wheatish color. Wheat, godi banna anta heltevalla. So we have wheatish color because we have melanin pigment. The persons lacking melanin pigment, they are whiter in color. Okay, that is we say albinism. If melanin pigment is a lot, okay, too much of melanin, then we see darker colors. Okay, this is how pigments are present in case of humans. Okay, this is like example. Apart from that, there are certain pigments too, coloring pigments. So here they have different coloring pigments, and on the basis of that, algae division is been classified into different classes. I'll tell you further in detail. Okay, next is they show vegetative, asexual and sexual mode of reproduction, wherein we see all the 3 modes of reproduction: vegetative, asexual as well as sexual mode of reproduction. So now we will look into which are the different modes over here. Okay, vegetative mode consists of fragmentation. Okay, so fragmentation is nothing but lateral or horizontal cutting of the body. Fragments takes place. Okay, fragmentation. Soon after forming each fragment, that complete fragment grows or develops into thallus, which is the structural unit of the kingdom division algae. So this is how vegetative reproduction takes place by fragment formation. Okay, fragmentation is nothing but rapid division or cutting of the body, that is called as fragmentation. Then asexual reproduction by formation of zoospores. Okay, so zoospores are asexual and these are motile over here because they are containing flagella. Okay, that is the asexual mode of reproduction. And coming back to sexual mode of reproduction, we see isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Okay, sexual mode of reproduction, like everyone know, fusion of male and female gametes takes place. Okay, that is the sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, soon after this fusion, if the gametes, like I have told you, male and female gametes, fusion takes place. If this is a male gamete and this is the female gamete, say for example in case of isogamous, if both the gametes are similar in size, okay, if ಎರಡು gametes similar size iddu, then fusion takes place, then that is called as isogamous. Iso means same, gamous is gamete, so that is isogamous. Okay, and isogamous, and iso opposite to iso, that is dissimilar. So here if the male gamete is larger in size and female gamete is smaller in size, then the fusion occurs, then we call it as anisogamous or oogamous. Okay, if the female gamete is larger in size and male gamete is smaller in size, and then the fusion occurs, so here we can say dissimilar in size, that is we can call it as oogamous or anisogamous. Okay, this is how sexual reproduction occurs in case of algae. Okay, so next moving to economic importance of algae. Okay, so now we all know all the basic characters of algae. Okay, so whenever you move into certain lab, okay, you are working under certain lab or else you are pursuing your education. So during that period, if you find certain animal in the environment, if you find certain plant into the environment, okay, which is growing on aquatic region, then here you can just glance all these characters, okay, and then if that plant is suitable, you can place that plant in case of division Thallophyta. Is it clear? So these are the basic characters of division Thallophyta or algae. Okay, next moving to economic importance. Okay, economic importance is the one wherein we utilize these plants for our own purpose. Okay, utilization of plants for the human need is called as economic importance. So in case of economic importance, we can see that first is these are carbon dioxide fixation. Okay, end product of respiration in case of humans is, okay, or in case of majority of plants is, majority of animals is, we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide will be huge in number, okay, causing certain toxicity, and that's why there are saviors called as plants. They take in carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. No doubt, algae also form the vast majority in case of nature. That's why they actually, whatever carbon dioxide is left out, they contain half the carbon dioxide fixation in case of earth. Okay, and that's why they are known to be carbon dioxide fixatives, or they aid in the process of carbon dioxide fixation. Okay, next is marine algae such as Laminaria and Sargassum. Okay, these are two amongst 71 marine algae. Okay, there are vast marine algae which are used for food purpose. Okay, among them Laminaria and Sargassum are commonly used in large proportion as a food source by humans. Okay, then these are primary producers. Okay, see in the cycle of what you say, food cycle. Okay, in the cycle of food, they act as producers. Okay, they produce certain food wherein on them the secondary producers or the consumers rely on them. Okay, this is how they act as primary producers in nature. Okay, then another example is agar obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria. Okay, and even in case of ice creams, this agar has been used. Okay, agar ena andre that whatever jelly liquid you have prepared, that will be in water itself. Okay, water like substance, but agar addition it andre it will be jelly like. Okay, this is how we eat jellies. Okay, apart from that also culture media. Okay, ಏನಂತ pathology ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಓಕೆ pathology ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾರ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಓಕೆ ಏನಾರ ಹೊಸ ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿನ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಅಗಾರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಗಾರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲಿಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಓಕೆ ಸೆಮಿ ಸಾಲಿಡಿಫೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಗಾರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ the two main agar, Gelidium and Gracilaria, are used as agar in culture media and also in preparation of jellies and ice creams. Okay, so all these are obtained from algae. Okay, that is division Thallophyta. Next, Spirulina. Okay, this is also a algae which are rich in protein. Okay, Spirulina is rich in protein, and that's why it is being carried by space travelers. Okay, so space travelers are the one which focus on low weight nutrition. Okay, because they cannot carry such a huge burger or such a big pizza with them in the space. Okay, that will take certain gravity. Okay, and that will cause a problem for them, and that's why they just rely on low weight food source but rich in protein. And spirulina is one such example, which are unicellular organisms, okay, which are made up of single cell but they are rich in protein. Okay, that's why they are mostly carried by space travelers. Okay, next coming back to classification of division algae. Okay, algae are basically divided into three different classes. Okay, these are the three different classes, which are Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Okay, Chlorophyceae is the one which consists of green pigmentation, Phaeophyceae consists of brown pigmentation and Rhodophyceae consists of red color pigmentation. So in case of algae we see different colors. We see green color algae, we see brown color algae, and also we see red color algae. Okay, sometimes whenever you observe red color algae, you can place that with no doubt in case of Rhodophyceae. Okay, this is about the classes of different classes of division algae. So now we'll look into each classes in detail. Okay, coming back to next detail, the first is we know there are three different classes. One is Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Okay, so when we come over here, we can see that Chlorophyceae, by the name, these are green colored algae. Okay, Chlorophyceae are the one which totally consist of green color algae, and then these are basically found in fresh water to the vast extent, but few are found in marine water, but large number are found in fresh water, whereas few are found in marine water. Then these are unicellular, colonial or filamentous. So we see great diversity. We see diversity in unicellular forms, colonial forms as well as filamentous form. So we see three different kinds of plants over here. Then they consist of pigments such as chlorophyll A, B, chlorophyll A and B, carotenes and xanthophylls. So these all consist of chlorophyll A, B, carotenes and xanthophylls. Okay, so here reserved food material or stored food. Okay, the excess of food which we take in, okay, which is utilized by the body, that is stored. Okay, if the food is excess, it is not wasted and it is stored. So here reserved food material is stored in the form of starch. Like all plants, we see reserved food material as a starch. leaf motor, they have two flagella over here. So that's why we see zoospores formation takes place as a part of asexual reproduction. Then sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction over here we see isogamous, formation of same gametes. Okay, fusion of same gametes which are similar in size, that is isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. So all three different modes also occur as a sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, is it clear? So this is about chlorophyceae, which is very easy. Okay, I'll give the same comparison for these two classes too. Okay, first class is chlorophyceae, which are green color algae. Next is phaeophyceae and third is rhodophyceae. Okay, example: Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra and Volvox. Okay, I'll just show you the representation of example over here. One is Chlamydomonas, which is used in sewage treatment. Okay, sometimes Chlamydomonas are used in sewage treatment. Okay, then also comes Spirogyra, Volvox. Okay, these are the examples of class chlorophyceae. Okay, next coming back to phaeophyceae class. So here we can say these are basically called as brown algae because they look brown in color. Okay, because they have pigment carotenoids. Okay, due to carotenoid pigment they look brown in color. Okay, these are totally all these comes under marine habitat. Is it clear? So all the marine algae fall under, okay, all the marine algae which are brown in color fall under the class phaeophyceae. Okay, these are totally marine inhabitants, and then variation in size we see. Okay, there may be smaller, microscopic or larger 100-meter size. So we see different size variation in them. Next, they consist pigments such as chlorophyll A, C and carotenoids. Is it clear? So phaeophyceae consists of chlorophyll A, C and carotenoids, whereas chlorophyceae consists of pigment chlorophyll A, D and xanthophylls as well as carotenoids. Is it clear? So these are the different pigments which you have to remember. Okay, next is C. Xanthophylls also is in the form of fucoxanthin in case of which phaeophyceae. Okay, so as I told you, they consist of chlorophyll A, C, carotenoids and xanthophylls. So xanthophylls form over here is also called as fucoxanthin. Okay, then reserve food material is stored in the form of mannitol and laminarin. Okay, this is the reserve food material. In case of chlorophyceae, we saw reserve food material was starch. Okay, in case of phaeophyceae, we saw reserve food material is in the form of mannitol and laminarin. Okay, everyone have to remember. Okay, just whatever is on the board, you just copy it down and you can just have a glance each and every day. Then I will give you 100% that you can remember all these different classes and their characters very easily. Just have the comparison. Okay, here from here there was starch. Now here reserve food material is mannitol and laminarin. Okay, next cell wall. Cell wall is composed of cellulose and algae. Okay, so cell wall consists of cellulose and algae. Here cell wall consists of cellulose and pectose. Remember, belonging to kingdom Plantae, they have basic composition of cell wall called as cellulose, and other composition, that is pectose algae, algin algae, these are extra coating because they are totally algae are totally aquatic in habitat. Being aquatic in habitat, they require extra coating or extra cover for protection. Okay, that's why they have double coat of cell membrane. Is it clear? Whereas plants have only one cell wall, that is made up of cellulose. But here they have extra cell wall which gives them protection to stay in water for a longer period of time without decaying. That's why they have been aquatic in habitat. Okay, due to complete being into water, you can imagine plants decay, plants rot if they are completely immersed in water because they are lacking all the additional cell wall. But algae are consisting of additional cell wall water all the day. Okay, all the day. Okay, all the 24/7 time. That's why here in case of chlorophyce we saw cell wall was cellulose and pectin. Here also there is extra coating, cellulose and algae. Okay, when you move next, you will find the other coatings too. Is it clear? So next, mode of reproduction. Vegetative reproduction by fragmentation, asexual reproduction by zoospores, wherein they are motile. They consist of 2 flagella, but these flagella are unequal in size. Is it clear? Here flagella idre irbodu, illadre illa. Okay, so this was if there was presence, we saw 2 flagella. If absent, then no flagella. But here compulsorily zoospores consisted of 2 flagella which are unequal in size. Then next, sexual mode of reproduction consists of isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. All this definition you all know. Okay, so 3 modes of sexual reproduction is seen over here. Example, Laminaria, sargassum, fucus. So Laminaria and sargassum, can you remember in case of economic importance, I had given one point wherein Laminaria and sargassum are marine algae which are used as food source. So here, if you remember these 2 words, Laminaria and sargassum, you can get 2 points. One point as an example for Phaeophyceae. Other is, if you get economic importance, you can write it over there. Marine algae such as Laminaria and sargassum are used as food source. So here, these 2 names give you 2 points. Is it clear? So this is how you have to compulsorily remember this. That's why I have given the same name in case of economic importance. Okay, so before that I can just tell you the structure of Phaeophyceae. Okay, the structure of Phaeophyceae consists of holdfast. Okay, the lastmost part which is attached to certain substratum. Substratum in the sense stone, imagine one. Okay, this is a stone. So stone acts as a substratum over here, a thick substratum wherein this algae can attach themselves and grow. Okay, the attaching point is called as holdfast. Okay, how you can remember this name? Okay, you are tightly holding something. Even this algae are tightly holding to the stone. Okay, by this name you can remember holdfast. Holdfast is the structure wherein they are attached to substratum. Then as we move upward, we see style. Okay, this is all the structure of thallus. Okay, style. And then the branch-like structure is called as frond. Okay, these are all the structures of Phaeophyceae which you commonly see. Okay, next coming back to Rhodophyceae. Okay, Rhodophyceae are commonly called as red algae because they are majority are marine inhabited, whereas only few are freshwater inhabited. Okay, so these are simple to complex forms. The body of these plants can be either simple or else it can be also complex. So that's why they have simple to, okay, that is filamentous to complex structure. And then they consist of pigments such as chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrins. Is it clear? So phycoerythrin is red color pigmentation. So that's why they have chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. So here you can see that these all consist of, okay, all the different we can cover chlorophyll A, B, A, C and AD. So totally chlorophyll A, B, C and D forms are there. Is it clear? So this Rhodophyceae consists of chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrins. Is it clear? Yes. Next, the reserve food material is stored in the form of Floridian starch. Okay, it is a kind of starch and that is called as Floridian, and here reserve food material we see in the form of Floridian starch. Next, cell wall. Okay, cell wall is made up of cellulose, obviously one layer, and other layer is pectin and polysulfate esters. Okay, we see so much protection over here. Okay, extra protection are pectin and polysulfates. When we saw only one extra layer, but here we saw 2 extra layers, that is pectin and polysulfate esters. The next mode of reproduction is vegetative mode. Okay, oogamous, that is fusion of dissimilar sized gametes. Larger size ovary, smaller size male gamete. Okay, larger size female gamete, smaller size male gamete, then we can say oogamous. Okay, and here they also consist of complex mode of fertilization development. Soon after fertilization, whichever developmental phases takes place, those are very complex in case of rhodophyceae. Okay, next example is Gracilaria and Gelidium. Okay, so here also plus point. I have given you the same name, Gracilaria and Gelidium, because these are used as agar. Okay, commonly agar is used to make jellies, ice creams, and also in case of culture media. So here you can remember the same name, Gracilaria and Gelidium. So these two classes are giving you additional points. If you remember their name, you are getting 2 points for sure. Is it clear? So this is about the different classes of division algae. Okay, so division algae is divided into 3 classes: Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae, on the basis of pigments they have. Chlorophyceae consist of green color algae because they have green pigments. Rhodophyceae consist of brown color algae because they have brown pigments, and Rhodophyceae consist of red color algae because they have red pigments. Okay, so this is all about algae. So next class or the next video we will look into Bryophyta division. Okay, division Bryophyta will study about different mosses over there, how different wide varieties of mosses are habitating. Is it clear? So up to this, thank you for watching this video. Okay, and be connected with us. Okay, whenever you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime freely. Okay, thank you for watching again.